So what producers? I know you said Swizz. Who else you working with right now?
I got Cyanide, which is Timberland's guy. I got a record with T-Pain. T-Pain wrote and produced a record for me.
It's gonna be crazy.
You know, who else? Suits. Suits just signed to LL Cool J. He's incredible as well.
Did you use the vocoder on the T-Pain joint?
Excuse me?
Did you use like the vocoder, like Pain does?
Nah, I didn't use that. That's T-Pain. No disrespect to T. He's incredible with that. That's his thing.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot of cats is doing that.
Yeah, he's the man. He's the man doing that, and you know that's his thing, man. A lot of cats just started doing that shit now right after he did, and I don't respect them for that.
Yeah, it's too much, dog. Every fucking song, man.
Yeah, you know everybody want to rock out on T-Pain shit. Like, let the man live, though. He's a genius. You know, T-Pain is a genius. Everything he touches is a definite hit, and he does his thing. You know, I just wouldn't use the voice decoder. I wouldn't use that. You know, that's not my thing. I'm Tone Sunshine. I ain't T-Pain.
No.
You know, and you got all these guys running around stealing his style, thinking that they gonna run and get somewhere with that. You know, I mean, aside from Lil Wayne is Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? You know, and him and T-Pain got an understanding. But you know, a lot of these R&B cats and a lot of these other rappers, like, they bugging out.
Yeah.
They bugging out. But T-Pain is definitely the man.
Okay. So what kind of guest features we looking at? I know you said T-Pain. Anybody else?
Right about now, like I said, I just got my release from Terror Squad. You know what I mean? So I'm still fresh. I'm still fresh in the woods. I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even halfway done. But you know, we got some shit. We just recorded. We ain't aiming to record certain amount of records. We just recording hot records and recording and we gonna keep recording and just have records in the stash and keep it moving.
No doubt.
And you know, I got a lot of deals, like I said on the table, a lot of different cats. I don't wanna go ahead and put their names out there, because if I don't solidify a deal with them, then it makes me look like a phony baloney dude. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and I like to keep everything the element of surprise.
Okay. So, will we hear you with possibly Cuban Link again? You know, Remy, if she gets out.
Nigga, Remy is a possibility. You know, Remy is my sister, and I love her. And you know, it's unfortunate what she's going through, but you know, you gotta pay for certain things sometimes. When you do what you do, you gotta pay for it, man. But Remy's a G though, man. Remy's a G, and she's a strong individual, and she knows in her heart that it is what it is. I love her, and I wish her the best, and whatever I could do for her, she knows she got it. Cuban Link, I don't think so, man. I try to squash it. I try to not squash it, you know what I'm saying? I try to make him understand that, you know, I don't have no problems with him. And he just keeps on talking out his mouth, and he keeps on saying certain things, and you know, I'm not one to talk. That's not my style.
Yeah.
I don't get on the radio and talk crazy and jump on records and talk crazy, because I know if something happens to that individual, that I'm going to be held responsible, or at least be put in that circle of potential suspects. You feel me? I'm a G, man. I'm from the hood. We don't do all that talking and all that rah-rah shit. You know what I'm saying? We keep it funky. And if we're going to do something, we do it. If we ain't going to do nothing, we ain't going to sit there and keep talking about it for 6 or 7 years. You feel me?
Wow.
I ain't got no problems with that dude, but he keeps on, you know, throwing wood in the fire, and he's going to be the one to get burnt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got no problems with him. You know, ain't nobody looking for him. I don't mention him in records. I haven't made any Cuban Link diss records. I don't plan to.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, he's not the center of my conversation, because he's not important to me. He used to be. I used to love Cuban Link. He was my brother. You know, and I would have did anything for him at one point. You know, but he lost it, and he made mistakes along the way. And, you know, he had his ups and downs and his problems, and he wanted me to stop what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? To stand by his side, and I guess inherit his beef and his bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I really couldn't do that. Just locked down my first, you know, deal, and I had kids to feed, and I had to do what I had to do, man.
Or so that's the origin of the beef with y'all, or the problem? Because I heard a few different things before. So it's basically because you stuck it out with Joe at the time when he
well,
didn't.
Let me break this down to you, man. Let me break this down to you, right? Let me break this down to you. I'm from Forest Projects. Joe's from Forest Project. We grew up together. We come from the same neighborhood. There's an age difference, you know what I'm saying? There's an age difference between me and Joe, but we come from the same neighborhood. We know all the same people. Before Cuban Link came along, before Pun came along, before Prospect and Face and Remy and Terror Squad was created as a rap group, I was the first one standing there with Joe. I used to go with him to his meetings, to Relativity, to different, labels. I used to go do shows with him. I was there at his first show at the Fever. I felt like I was part of something. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was part of something, and I felt like it was always my duty to be part of Terror Squad. You know what I'm saying? And him and Joe had a relationship where they was homies. They was brothers. We was all brothers. We was a band of brothers. We was, inseparable. We was close. Back in the days when you said Terror Squad, you thought of a family. You know what I'm saying? Because there was no money involved and there was no stardom. Everybody was on the same level.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Wow.
So I felt that when Joe and Cuban got into their little situation, that was a family situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say fuck Fat Joe and I'm not going to say fuck Cuban Link. I'm going to just fall back and mind my business and love both of them because we family. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? As the time went by, homie started getting mad and telling me, not to fuck with Joe and a bunch of shit, and I couldn't do that.
Wow.
I felt like I couldn't do that. I felt fucked up because that was my man, and I could understand his pain and how he was feeling, but I just couldn't say fuck Fat Joe. I just couldn't leave this is my first record deal. This is my dream. You know what I'm saying? This is my first record deal. This was my dream. It was finally happening for me. I was finally able to give my daughter something nice and feel good, and I was making music, and I couldn't stop doing what I was doing, and the homie couldn't deal with that, so next thing you know, I fell in line with the niggas that he was popping off at on music. You know what I'm saying? And I heard my name in a couple of songs, so it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no beef with him. I ain't never throw a punch at that kid or send nobody to look for him or none of that. You know? But I'm a man, though. There's only but so much a nigga could take. You feel me?